And we discussed about absolute path and relative path. Okay. So absolute path is the one which will start with slash, or we call it as a root. Okay. And the relative path is the one which doesn't start with a slash or root. Okay. Then we saw about current directory. Okay, which is indicated by a single dot. Okay, and two dots which represents parent directory. Okay. Then we saw more about ls. Okay. Different options of ls. Srikanth, Srikanth, Srikanth.
Ma'am,
Yes, what are the options we have under ls? What are the options we have under ls command?
minus
Hmm.
minus CL
Minus
minus A,
minus a. Okay,
AL
minus al. Okay, minus a stands for what?
minus A minus A showing hidden files.
Okay, showing hidden files. And
Minus AL for showing all the files and directories.
minus al. Okay, minus a is for hidden files, and minus l is for listing all the files in a single line. Okay, then other options.
Minus T.
Minus minus
T.
t. Minus t. So what happens when you go for minus t? Hmm. Shrikan, what about minus f? Minus f. What about minus f? Smita, Smita n.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what about minus f? If I type ls minus f,
Identifying
yeah.
identifying directories and executables.
Okay. Minus f, identifying directories and executables. Minus r,
Recursive listing.
okay, it is recursive listing. Thank you. So, and then we started discussing about handling ordinary files. Okay. So we started discussing about cat command. So cat command, it is meant for displaying the content of the file. Along with that, I can even create the files. Okay, I have executed and I have shown you how to create the file. Okay, and in cat we have two options. One is minus v, another one is minus n. So if I type minus v option, it will list all non-printable ASCII characters. Okay, and minus n, if I use, it will give the content of the file along with the line number. Okay, and moving on to the next one, CP. So next is CP for copying a file, and there are few options. Okay, we'll be studying. One is minus I, another one is minus R. Okay, so I'll explain this is CP. So this is the file I have. Now what I do is I copy, this is shell file. Okay, this is a shell file, correct? This is a shell file. I copy this shell file to C2 folder. Okay, I copy that inside C2 folder. Okay, how I should do? I should type cp command. Okay, which file I want to copy? file which I want to copy is 3.sh and I want to copy it inside folder C2. Okay, and I want to name the file as 2. That is inside C4. Okay, inside C4. Now you see, I'm copying 3.sh. Okay, inside folder C2. Okay, you can find a file with the name 2. Okay, this is the file with the name. See the content of the file. Okay, it is same as 3.sh. Okay, so this is how you copy a file from one location to another location. This is CP command. Okay. Now, suppose if I just type cp.sh, okay, and I just specify the folder, okay, I don't specify the name of the file, okay, I just specify the folder name, okay. So what will happen? See the difference. What will happen? It will copy the same file 3.sh to the folder C2 with the same name 3.sh. Okay, so the same name it will be copied. Okay, you can specify the name or else you can keep as it is. Okay, without specifying. Okay, and the next one. Here I have a file. I will delete this file test1. Okay. I think it is there inside C2 test1. Okay. Now what I want to do is I want to copy a file which is there in the test, okay, C2 test1 to my home directory. So this is my home directory. Here I don't have test1.txt file. Okay, that is not there, but it is there inside the C2. Okay, so this file I want to copy here. Okay, so what can I do? So I can type cp. Okay, so it is there in home. Okay, inside that Lenovo, and inside that it is there inside C2 folder, and the file name is test1.txt. Okay, and I want to copy here. Okay, to my current directory. Correct. This is my current directory. Okay, this is my current directory. Here I want to copy. You can see the path. Okay, so in the path it is in the current directory. Okay, current directory is my home directory. So can I use a dot here? Can I use a dot? Hmm. Sanjay, 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 are you there? Suraj, Suraj, Suraj.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can I use a dot here?
Uh, yes, ma'am.
Why? Can you justify your answer why I should use dot here? Why I can use dot here? I want to copy the file which is there inside C2. I have a file text1.txt. I want to copy it here. Okay. Does this is a correct way of copying? Or should I write the complete path slash home slash Lenovo? Or can I use just a dot? What does dot indicates? What does dot indicates? What does two double dot
Directory,
indicate?
directory.
What directory?
Single dot
Current
indicates
directory.
current directory.
Okay, current directory. Okay, so if I use dot, so it will be copying to my current directory, that is home Lenovo. You can see, I'll be executing this command. You can see the difference. Okay, and the test one will be copied to my current directory. Okay, you can change your current directory. You can be inside C3 current directory or C4 directory. Okay, so based on that, you can copy the files. Okay, so I can type like this also. This is also fine. Okay, this next one is not there. Okay, I can type like this also. Because dot indicates current directory. Okay, I need not type my current directory paths. Okay, I can just use a single dot. That is also fine. Okay, here. That is also fine because dot indicates the current directory. So that is why I need not type my current directory path, home, Lenovo and all. Okay, simply I can use a dot t2 test1.txt and a single dot. Okay. And the next one, how to copy more than one file to a particular folder. Okay. Now I would like to copy some files to C1 folder. Okay, C1 folder is empty, correct? Right now it is empty. I want to copy test1, okay, and test2, okay, both the files, okay, multiple files, more than one files. I want to copy to C1 directory. Okay, so I'll be typing test1.txt with the space test2.txt to C1 folder. Okay, so these two are my source. I want to copy to the destination. The destination, so this must be a, so C1 last whatever you type, it must be a directory, remember. Okay, you cannot give a file name. Okay, because you can copy multiple files to a directory. Okay, you cannot copy multiple files to another file. Okay. So this one you have to remember, the last one must be a directory. Okay. So what will happen? So these two will be copied to the C1, okay, folder or C1 directory. Okay. So I can also copy like this also. I'll delete it. Okay. I have deleted. Okay. So I can copy like this also. I can write. So I want to copy all the files which will start with TS. Okay. So I want to copy all the files, okay, which will start with the TES. So there are two files which will start with the TES. Okay. So TES1, test1 and test2 both starts with the TES, and star indicates, okay, 0 or more characters. Okay. So these three characters are must. Okay, any file that starts with these three characters, and after that I can have 0 or more characters. Okay, star indicates 0 or more characters. So it is called as a wild card. Okay, make a note of this. It is called as a wild card. Okay, or meta character star, which indicates 0 or more characters. Okay, so the file name can be test1 or just simply test, or it can be test ABC, okay, or test123. Okay, any file which will start with these three characters, and after that it can have 0 or more characters. Okay, so that will be copied to C1 folder. So now right now it is empty. Okay, I will execute this. Okay, you can see those two files which will start with the TES will be copied to C1 folder. Okay, so that is about copy. Okay, basic file, basic CP command, and next is CP options. Okay, so these two I'll be discussing. First one is -I. Okay, interactive copy. Another one is copying directory structure. Okay, so the first one is interactive copy. Okay. So interactive copy means, see here, I'm trying to copy the content of test 1 to test 2. Okay. See here, I use CP, okay, with the option -I, interactive copy, and I type test 1, okay, dot txt, test 2 dot txt. Okay, I want to copy the content of test 1 to test 2, okay, with the option -I. So here command is CP, option is -I, and these two are the arguments. Okay, this is a command structure. Okay, now when I press enter, small mistake here, txt. Okay, here when I type like this, it will be asking me, okay, whether you would like to override. Okay, whether you want to override the content of test 1 to test 2. Either you can press Y or you can press N. So Y means yes, you want to copy. N means no need of copying. Okay, so I will give here N. Okay, so I don't want to copy. I'll use a letter N. Okay, so no copy. The contents are different. You can see this is my test 1 content and this is my test 2 content. So I'll create one more file. Test 3. Okay. So this is a blank file. Okay. Now you see I'll be copying test 1 to test 2, test 1 to test 3. Okay. So yes, I want to copy. I'll enter Y. Now you see the content of test 3. So it is the content of test 1. Okay. So this is about interactive copying. And the next one is copying directory structure. Okay. So copying directory structure is nothing but copying one directory to the another directory. Okay. So I want to copy directory C2 inside C1. Okay, C1. Okay, I want to copy C2 to C1. Okay, directory copy. Okay. CP, okay, minus capital R. Okay. C2, I want to copy to C1. Okay. Here what is happening? This is C2. Okay. Inside C1, you can find C2. Okay, so that is directory copying. Okay, you can see whatever the content which was there in C2 is also copied. It is not just you are copying the directory, you are copying entire content of the directory. Okay, that is why we call it as directory structure. Okay, copying directory structure. Okay, so whatever the content which was there in C2, okay, is copied. Okay, that is about copying command, CP command. Is it clear? Any doubt in CP command? Any doubt in this CP command? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So moving on to the next one, RM. Okay. So RM is used for deleting files. Okay. And we have these options, -I for interactive deleting. So that is same as previous one. Here it will ask, before deleting, it will ask yes or no. Okay. Recursive deleting. Okay, recursive deleting means it will delete all the contents. Okay, not just the folder. Okay, it will delete all the contents within the folder. Okay, forcing removal. Okay, so there are some files which cannot be deleted because it is write protected or read protected. Okay, so there are files which you cannot delete. Okay, such files can be deleted with the -F option. Okay. So I'll explain this. So first one, RM. Okay, I will delete test 3. Okay. So we'll start with a simple example. Use the extension. Okay, now you can see the file test3 is deleted. Okay, so RM command, it will delete the file test3. So can I delete multiple files? Okay. So what I do is I just copy and give the name as test3. Now here I am trying to delete multiple files. Okay, test3 as well as test4.txt. Okay, 4. I'm trying to delete test3 and test4. Okay. So what it is giving? Can't remove test4. Okay. So why? You cannot remove multiple files. Okay. So the next one, see here inside C1, I am trying to delete the test1 and test2. Okay. You want to delete the files which is there inside a folder. Okay. You want to try to delete the files which is there inside the folder. So how I can delete? I have to give RM. Okay. Give the complete path C1. Okay. Inside that test1. Another one is C1. Inside that path test2. Okay. I can see those two files are removed. Okay. In your textbook, they have not given any extension. Okay, while explaining in the textbook or in the notes, okay, which I provide, there will not be any extension. Okay, but when you execute, okay, with the terminal, but give the extensions. Okay, so RM, we are trying to delete the folder inside the folder C1, test1 and test2. So those two files will be deleted. Okay. Now, I want to delete whatever the content which is there inside C1, all the files. Okay. Inside C1, inside C2, okay, I want to delete all the files which is there inside this path. Okay. So inside this path, whatever the files are there, I want to delete. Okay. So remember, it cannot remove directories. Okay. It will remove only the files. So that is why we have RM. It is meant for deleting files, not deleting directories or folders. Okay. RM. Okay. So I'll move to that path. So I'm there inside this path C1, C2. Okay. Now I'm trying to delete all the files. Okay. So I use star. So this star symbol deletes all the files. Okay. RM star. So look into this. Okay. What will happen? Okay. RM star. Here. So it will delete all the files. Okay. Which was there inside this path. You can see it will not delete the folder. Okay, folder or directory it will not remove. It will delete only the files. So next one is interactive deleting. Okay, interactive. Moving on to the first option. Okay, moving on to the first option, interactive deleting, that is -I. So RM, the same as CP. Okay, RM -I. Okay, test1. Move to the home directory. RM -I. Okay, test1.txt. Okay, here, when I try to remove this test1, it is asking me, okay, whether you want to remove the directory, file or not. Okay, it is asking me the confirmation, okay, before deleting the file, yes or no. You can give either Y or no. If you give Y, it will delete. If you give N, it will not delete the file. Okay, you can see the file is still there. Test1 is still there. Okay. So that is about interactive deleting with the option -I. Next option is, so the next option is recursive deleting. Okay, which you can give minus small letter r, or you can go for minus capital letter R, recursive deleting. Here I am applying to this directory, okay, C4. Okay, I am applying to this directory C4. See what will happen in the case of recursive deleting. RM -R, you can use capital letter R or small letter r, -R and star. Okay. I need to move to this folder first. CD, C4, then RM -R, star. Now you can see what will happen. It is deleting all the directories and all the files, correct? So this option -R, it will not delete, it will delete everything, okay, which was there inside C4. It may be a file or it may be a directory with the option -R or minus capital letter or minus small letter r. Okay. So in the recursive deleting, it will delete everything, directory, and inside that directory all the files, okay, whatever the folders, everything it will be deleting. Okay, in the case of recursive. Okay. You can apply even for this. P2. Okay, I'll apply to this, look into this. Here I'm applying to this folder. Okay, what I'm typing, RM -R, okay, star. So you can see this everything, okay, not only just file, it is deleting all the folder. It will delete everything, whatever there inside that particular folder. So that is about -R option. Okay. Moving on to the next option, forcing removal. Forcing removal. Okay. So here what I do is I just make this file. Okay. Go to the property. Okay. I make this file as read only. Okay. I make this file as read only. I'll show you here. This is, I have not done any read only. Okay, that's not, I have not changed any property. Okay, here I'm trying to remove. Okay, I'm trying to remove this test4 file with the option -r. I'm trying to remove test4.txt. Okay. So see here, it will delete. Okay, it will not ask any confirmation. Okay. Here I have made the file test1. Okay, it is write protected, removing regular write protected regular files. It is asking some option. Okay. Here I have made a file test1. It is write protected. When it is write protected, okay, we are making it is read only. It is asking the option. Okay, whether you want to delete the file or not. But you can give yes or no. Okay. Okay, so before deleting the file, it is giving the option. Okay, but if you use the option -f, okay, I will copy the file. You can see here the file test1 is already there. Okay, it is not deleted, it is already there. Okay, but if I use option -f, okay, test1 dot txt, okay, with the option -f, okay, so it will forcefully it will remove this file. Okay, so it is write protected file and it is a hidden file. Okay, it is a hidden file. I have marked it as hidden and it is write protected. Okay, I have made it read only, so that is why it is not showing here. Okay, so here now what I do is I want to delete this hidden file. Okay, which is write protected with the option -f. Okay, here. Now you release that file. Can you see that file? It is not there. Okay. So -f option, okay, it will delete all the hidden or read protected or write protected file. Okay, is it clear? Do you want to explain me this again? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if you make any file, okay, any file, you can right click. Okay, you can right click and go to property. Okay, make read only. Okay, check this button read only. Okay, if you make it read only, then you cannot delete it using this -r. Okay, you cannot delete it using -r. It will ask. Okay, before deleting, it will ask confirmation. You want to delete it. But if suppose if you use -f, okay, it will not ask you. Okay, for write protected files, it will not ask. Okay, just forcefully it will remove that file. Okay, so that is about three options. -i, okay, for interactive deleting, -r for recursive deleting. Okay, So minus F, it will delete all the write protected files. Okay, forcefully it will delete all the write protected files. So moving on to the next one, MV. Okay, MV, it does two jobs. Okay, MV does two jobs. The first one is renaming a file or directory. Okay, it will rename a file or directory. And the next one, it can also be used to group a file, okay, and move it to a different directory. You can also move the file from one directory to another directory. The same as the CP. Okay, you can do it using CP also. Okay, from CP, you can copy from one directory files to another directory. Okay, or you can use MV command. Okay, so MV basically it stands for move. It can also be used for renaming a file. Okay, I'll explain this with the example. Please practice all these commands. If at all you have any doubt, okay, please approach. Okay, you can ask in the class. Okay, during session you can ask. Okay, or you can WhatsApp me if you have any doubt. So first is renaming. I'll show you how to rename the file using the ME command. Okay, I will rename. So what I do is I rename test1 to the new file name. I will give it as 11.txt. Okay. I will rename this test1 to 11.txt. Okay. Here. File name got changed to 11.txt. Okay. Similarly, I can use it for renaming the folder or directory. Okay. So I will rename the directory C4 to C5. Okay. C4 I will rename to C5. Okay. It will get changed from C4 to C5. Okay. So that is about renaming the file or directory. Next one, moving the group of file to another directory. Okay. How to move? Okay, the content. Okay, I want to move this directory C2 to C1. Okay, directory C2 to C1. I can simply type C2 to C1. Okay. So copying is what? Copying means the original content will be here. Okay. A copy of that will be copied to C1. But whereas if you do move, okay, what will happen? Okay. Cannot move C2. Okay. Directory not empty. Now what is happening? The C2 which was here, okay, in the home directory, now it got switched to which directory? C1 directory. Okay. So move C2 to which directory? So this is my source directory and this is my destination. Okay. So C2 completely will be moved to C1 directory. Okay. So C2 will be placed inside C1 directory. You can see here. C2 will be placed inside C1 directory. Okay. Now if I want to move the file 11, okay, and one more 3, okay, these two files, okay, I will move to C1. Okay, I will move to C1 mv3 dot txt 11.txt, I will move to C1. Okay. So now it will get deleted from here in the home directory and it will be moved to C1. You can see 3 and 11 will be here. So that is about renaming the file. Okay, mv command. Is it clear? Any doubt in this mv command? Any doubt? Clear, right? Please respond.
Ma'am.
Okay. Sanjay, Sanjay is there? Sanjay, Sanjay is not present. Sharath, Sharath, Sharath is absent. Yashasvi, Yashasvi.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what are the options that we use for removing the files or deleting the file? What are the options used? What are the options used for deleting the files?
RMDIR directory.
Huh? Deleting the files, not deleting the directory. What is the command that is used for deleting the file and what are those options for deleting the file?
Minus F.
Huh?
Minus F.
Minus F then. Minus F stands
Minus
for? Minus F, why we use?
identifying directory and
Minus F for
forcing removal of files.
forcing removal of files. Then what
Uh,
are the options?
minus I.
Minus I for
Uh, recursive. Minus R.
minus I is for
Uh, interactive deletion.
interactive deletion. Then
Uh, it's
then
minus R.
minus F.
Minus R.
Minus R is for
Uh, recursive deletion.
recursive deletion. Somebody is texting you the answers. Huh? Is
No,
somebody?
ma'am.
No. Then when I asked you the first time, there is no response.
I
And all of
wrote
a sudden, you
like
could able to answer.
no, ma'am. Like I wrote and I didn't understand.
Okay. Yeah. Moving on to the next one. Okay. More paging output. Okay. More. It is called as page. I already discussed about more commands. Okay, more it is a page. It is called as a page. Okay. So whenever you are not able to display all the content in a single terminal window, okay, then you can use the page. We call it as more or less. Okay. 2009 with the page. Okay. More. So in the window, I can display only from January to September, correct? Cal command is used for displaying the calendar. Okay. So in this window, I can able to display only till September. Okay. That is why I am using this more page. Okay. With the more page. Okay. So I can keep pressing enter key to get the next. Okay. So next calendar details. Okay, October, November till December. Okay, I can keep pressing the enter button. Okay, or if I would like to see only till September, I don't want to see further. Okay, I can just go for Q. Okay, Q is nothing but to quit. Okay, press the key Q. Quit. Okay, so this I already showed you. Okay, when I was explaining cal command. Okay. Now to view the file, okay, so you can see here, this is a file text2. Okay. Purposely I have added more lines in this file text2 dot. So it is a multi-page file. Okay. It will last for more than 2-3 pages. Okay. So it is a lengthy file. Okay. Now if I give more space text2 dot txt, it is a lengthy page, right? So I cannot display it in just one page. Okay. So to display the lengthy files, I can use more page. Okay. So this command, it will display one page at a time. So it will do what it will do. It will display one page at a time. You can see here. It will display in terms of percentage. Okay. So 8%. Okay. Out of this complete page, it is displaying only this much. 8%. Then you press the enter key. Okay. Enter key. You can see the percentage increases 9%. Okay. So I'm pressing the enter key. 11%, 12%. Okay. 14, 18, 20, 22%. Okay. Keep pressing enter key. 97, 98%, 99%, 100%. Okay. So more can be used to view the file which is having more than one page at a time. Okay. So there is two navigation buttons. Okay. One is F. Okay. There are two navigation buttons. One is F, another one is BB. Okay. So F stands for forward one page. Okay. F stands for forward one page, and B stands for backward one page. Okay. See here, I'll type more. Okay. And type the file name. Okay. This will give you the file. Okay. Instead of entering enter key, I press F. F means it is for forward one page. Okay. So I am clicking on the F character. You can see percentage increase 35%. Okay. Just one F, or I can also go for space bar. Okay. F or space bar. Okay. See here, it is jumping from one page to another page. Okay. If I want to move previous page, I have to click the character B. B stands for backward. Okay, back. B 30%. Okay, again B 8%. If I click F, one page forward, another page forward. Okay, next page forward. If I click again B, See the percentage change. Okay. So I can use B and F to move forward and backward. Okay, is it clear? So this you practice. Okay. So you cannot see the difference. Okay. So I click on F and B button for moving forward and backward. Okay. So this is about navigation. Okay. Moving forward and backward using more. So next one is the options. What are the options that I have used with more page or more command? Okay. Repeat factor, repeating the last command. Okay. Searching for a pattern and using more in a pipeline. Okay. So this I will explain in the next session. Okay. So these options I will explain in the next session. So in today's class, we discussed about TP, copying a file, okay, with the two options. RM for deleting the file with the three options. And YUMV, which will perform two tasks, either moving a file to a different directory or renaming a file. Okay, and a little about more pager, okay, to view the files which is having more than one page. Okay. So next, we'll continue in the next section. Any doubt in today's topic? So please practice these commands. Okay. So you can install this. Okay, you can install this terminal. Okay, Xywin 64. It is available. Okay, open source. It is. You can download this. Okay, if you are having Windows operating system. Okay, then you can go for this. Okay, which will allow you to execute the commands. Unix commands you can execute. Okay, it will give you a terminal like this. Okay, and in this terminal you can execute the commands. Okay, Xywin 64. Okay. Any doubt in today's class? Priyanka?
Yes, ma'am.
Priyanka, any doubt?
Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.
No? Yes?
No, no doubt, ma'am.
No doubt. Okay. So answer your attendance. Naresh,
Yes, ma'am.